Hello and welcome back. As always, my name is Laser and today we're gonna do challenge rift number 42 for Europe. And you guys remember how I complained that the previous two challenge rifts weren't challenging at all? Well, they kind of changed it up a bit with this one. What we have today is a Condemn Crusader, and as per the usual, we're gonna keep things short and sweet. Now normally the Condemn Crusader is played with the Khan set, but this guy doesn't have that set, but he does have the furnace and of course the mandatory Friar's Wrath. Other than that, nothing really to mention here. There's a whole bunch of garbage gear, but you will get some movement speed buffs. These come from Rachel's Ring of Larceny. I'd never really used this one. Gain 60% increased movement speed for 4 seconds after fearing an enemy. Other than that, nothing really to talk about except maybe the strong arm bracers. Enemies hit by knockback suffer 30% increased damage for 6 seconds. Now let's have a quick look at the cube. He has the Blade of Prophecy, which again is mandatory for a Condemn Crusader. Leoric's Crown, which in this case is, you see this, right? I mean, jeez. Anyway, and of course Convention of Elements, and as per usual, we're not gonna bother to time our damage with it. If you're the kind of person that likes to min-max, go right on ahead and time your damage with the Holy buff from Convention of Elements. Was it Holy? Yeah, I think it was Holy. Yeah, definitely Holy. Other than that, keep in mind that you do have Indestructible in the passives. That will be a fail-safe in case you die. And here's a heads up, you might die once or twice during this rift. I died twice in my best run so far, but even with that, I did still manage to achieve a decent position on the leaderboards. Alright, so let's go through the skills really quickly. Now, Condemn will be your bread and butter. This is what will deal the damage. You will activate this one. It has the vacuum rune, so it will suck enemies in, after which it will explode, dealing a lot of damage. Next skill is Iron Skin. What you need to know about this one, this is a damage mitigation tool. You activate it and you're gonna be taking a whole lot less damage, and we're gonna cycle this one very often because this build does not have a lot of survivability. It's pretty paper for the most part, and like I said before, you might die once or twice, but in all honesty, it's no big deal. Laws of Valor. Now, the attack speed component of this one, when you activate it, is completely irrelevant. We activate this one so we get our Wrath cost down, so we can spam, yes, more Condemns. This is the point to activating Laws of Valor. Akarat's Champion with the Prophet rune is here as well. Now when we activate this one, we're gonna get a 150% additional armor, and our Wrath cost is going to be reduced again significantly, so we can spam more Condemn. Yeah, and in case Akarat's Champion is up and we take fatal damage instead, we get healed up to full, but that can only happen once per cast of Akarat's Champion. Normally this build is played with a whole lot of cooldown reduction, so you can keep Akarat's Champion up entirely the whole time, but unfortunately this guy doesn't have it. Our left click is going to be slash. This is mostly a melee range attack. It will give us 5% increased armor for each enemy hit. This effect can stack up to 5 times, and we're gonna try our best to keep the stacks up, because like I mentioned before, the build does not have a lot of survivability. Right click is provoke. Taunted enemies have their attack speed reduced by 50% and movement speed slowed by 80% for 4 seconds. And while that is nice among itself, the main reason we're gonna be using it is to get Wrath back. Every time we taunt enemies, we're gonna generate some Wrath so we can spam more Condemn. Yes, and that's pretty much all there is to the skills. I would like to point out the bottomless potion of Diamond, because we are going to be using it. It will increase our resist all by 86 for 5 seconds, and like I said before, we need all the survivability we can get, so let's jump right into it. First thing you want to do is kinda ignore the starts trash. They don't deal that much damage, they do hurt, but they can be ignored until the first elite pack right here, when we're gonna pop Akarat, Steel Skin, and start spamming Condemns. As soon as those Condemns start going off, you're gonna simply obliterate everything within sight, and we're gonna keep on moving. Keep in mind that you do have equipped the illusionary boots that will allow you to move unhindered through enemies. Those are boots you guys can obtain from Act 2 bounties, in case you didn't know. Now we're gonna start spamming Condemns roughly around this spot, because we do have another elite pack. We're gonna obliterate it and once again keep on moving through the rift. Iron Skin is off cooldown. We're gonna activate it simply because I don't want to deal with these guys. I don't want to kill them. They're not worth killing, but they do deal a bunch of damage and I don't want to die to them. So we're just gonna use Iron Skin back there and keep on moving through the rift. By the time we need Iron Skin again, it should be off cooldown. Now the next room can be a bit tricky. Careful at the two chargers. I did die once to them, so just go around. You can crowd control them as well using your Condemn, but it's not really worth. Gonna pop my potion. As soon as it runs out, the defense buff, and I take a little bit of damage, I'm gonna pop my Iron Skin, but not just yet. Now Iron Skin, because again, I want to run through these guys without having to kill them. Sometimes I do, because again, every time you hit with Condemn, you're gonna get a little bit of health back. Now, Akarat's champion is still on cooldown, so careful at this. This is a double elite pack right here, a double yellow pack, and ideally what you want to do is kill them together, get them together. But because Akarat was not yet off cooldown, I was a little bit hesitant there. Pick up the pylon is a channeling pylon, meaning you're going to be able to spam your Condemn non-stop without any problem, and keep on spamming your Condemn until the buff runs out. Kill as much trash as possible, it helps you towards the completion goal. Floor number 3 is a very short one. You're only gonna have one elite pack, and again keep on spamming Condemns. It's one grotesque pack that blows up, so be careful. This is a grotesque pack. And as soon as that buff wears off, stop spamming, keep your resources for the most part. I'm just gonna spam one Condemn for the added crowd control over here and keep on moving. On the next floor, there is one elite pack. It's really a simple elite pack to do. Just Iron Skin will do for this one, or nothing at all, depending on how confident you are on your situation after you kill it. Keep on moving, left or right, it doesn't really matter which way you go right now. So just keep moving. Akarat's champion will be popped, and I'm gonna start spamming a couple of Condemns just to get some of my health back. And in the next room is a real doozy, so please be careful. A lot of lashers that will jump onto you, and you got an elite pack as well. That turned out pretty well. We're gonna grab all the globes and keep on moving. We're gonna grab the speed pylon and run. Start spamming Condemns right around this point with Iron Skin, and we're gonna blow everything to Kingdom Come. Make sure you pick up all the globes, all the progress globes, and keep on moving. Once again through the rift. Another elite pack here. Hopefully we're not gonna die. Come on, blow. There we go. Nice and easy. Pick up all the globes and head on out. We're just gonna keep on moving because we still have the speed pylon. That means we can knock enemies up if we run through them. Now careful, take a left turn here. Look at the minimap so you remember exactly where I took it. You're gonna find a nice elite pack roughly around here. Pop Iron Skin. Gotta be up cooldown. Careful at the beams. That was close. Come on. Oh, okay, there we go. Now again, we're gonna keep on moving through the rift. Pop a potion, and this is where our journey will finally end. Pop Akarat's champion. Start killing everything. We got a yellow elite pack right here. Iron Skin as well. Pick up all the globes. And the Auric should be spawning soon after we kill a bit more mobs. The Auric is the boss, or Crusader King, Crusader Knight, whatever you guys want to call him. I just call him the Auric. 99%. Damn the luck. Come on. There we go. There he is. Now unfortunately we have no buffs, but we still have our potion. So when we drop, we're just gonna use potion and start spamming as many Condemns as possible. The potion does give us resist all, so there's that. There we go. Now we should have all the resources necessary to kill him. And with that, we are done. Did I beat my time? Oh yeah, baby, I did beat my time. I wonder if this gets me to top 50 AU. Probably not, but yeah. So once again, the challenge in this rift lies in the survivability. Hot dog, I did make it to top 50. Lies in the survivability. The build doesn't really have a whole lot of survivability, and it relies on cooldowns to get you safely through the rift. You might die once or twice. In all honesty, it's no big deal, and you can still make the timer with 2 deaths. That's how I did it the first time around, and it wasn't really all that difficult. So just don't panic if you die, respawn and keep on going. Cycle through your Iron Skin and Akarat's champion. These are your main survival cooldowns. Your main crowd control comes from Provoke, and of course Condemn provides some crowd control as well, but it kind of drags them to you, so you might want to think about that before using it. But again, Condemn is your bread and butter. This will deal the damage. You want to keep spamming this as much as you can if you want to kill stuff. And well, that's pretty much it. As always, my name has been Leyzar. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And I'll see you again next week. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye.